Hello to all of you. Thanks for joining us on EMAG, your weekly news program. This week we'll be mainly talking about culture, about the performing arts, with Jermaine Jackson revisiting Senegal and with this week's very special guest. Humanitarian actions will be at stake with the Rosa Luxemburg Foundation. English lovers from YES, Youth English Society, will be coming to talk about their organization. And we'll be talking about jazz with Kate Winter, who is this week's very special guest. Now it's time to welcome this week's guest. Kate Winter is a very talented jazz singer. She is currently staging a series of concerts in Dakar, and she took some time to talk about her passion.
Georgia, a song for you, just an old sweet song. Keeps Georgia on my mind.
I'm a jazz singer living in London at the moment, and I'm originally from South Africa. I play a mixture of traditional jazz music as well as some modern stuff and lots of swing, a little bit of Latin music as well.
Remember that September in the rain, the sun went out just like a dying.
And can you tell us what are your influences? Which are the artists that influence you the most in your song?
I really enjoy a singer called Victoria Tolstoy at the moment, who's a Swedish singer. I really enjoy her music, as well as the great artists like Ella Fitzgerald.
How did you become a singer? Can you tell us about the history in the making? How did you become?
Well, I started when I was very young, singing in church, and I first started to learn the piano, and yeah, my mother was a wonderful piano player. My father can sing very well, so it was only a matter of time before I began singing. And I really only started enjoying jazz and singing jazz music within the last 10 years, and I really felt that I could move musically in a certain direction with jazz, so I stuck with it and I really enjoy it.
I see your face in every flower, your eyes in stars above. It's just the thought of you.
First time I went on stage, I was very, very young, and I've been involved with many, acting and singing from an early age, and it's just become part of my life. So I don't know what I would do without it, really. And I decided about 10 years ago that that jazz would be my passion and singing would be my passion. So I decided to take it up professionally. The first album is a small album of about 7 songs, and we recorded it in a beautiful church just with piano and bass, a wonderful piano player called Alex Hutton and Julian Barry on bass. It was really very, it felt like a live album because the sound was so echoey in the room that we recorded it, so it was very different, and that was mostly jazz standards. The next album, which I'm going to do as soon as I get back from your beautiful country, it will be an album just with myself and a piano player, Alex Hutton. And it's going to be a mixture again of jazz standards as well as some songs which I've composed. And in the works we are working on an album for a full band, including saxophone and trumpet. And that will be South African classical music translated into jazz. So I hope that will be very successful.
Talking about the type of music that you play, that is jazz. Why is jazz not that maybe famous, or is it elitist type of music?
That's a good question. I think that It is a very popular form, maybe amongst the older generation, but there are so many, especially in London, there are so many really young up-and-coming musicians, jazz musicians that are coming up out of the colleges, and it's a very different dynamic kind of music. And I think that a lot of the public haven't grasped this yet, and when they do, it's going to be big.
Okay, so tell us about your relation with Senegal. Is it the first time that you come here?
No, this is the second time which I've been to Senegal. I came maybe about 8 months ago, and we did a few gigs around Dakar and at the hotel. And I just fell in love with Senegal. It is so beautiful, the weather is amazing, and the people are so friendly, and it made me feel at home. So I really enjoyed it. And the music scene is wonderful here. We've met so many wonderful musicians while we've been here.
Do you plan to make a duo with some of the Senegalese musicians?
Yes, I think so. I think we will have the opportunity in the future to perform with Senegalese musicians and to learn from them and them to learn from us a slightly different way of doing things and to mix it together. I think that would make a really fantastic band.
Are the wrong